But first, of course, we take you to Buffalo, where the Justice Department is investigating Saturday's deadly shooting as a hate crime. Officials call it racially motivated violent extremism.
We're also learning more about the suspect. Chief National Affairs and Justice correspondent Jeff Pegues has the latest on the investigation. Good morning, Jeff.
Good morning, Anne-Marie. Investigators tell me that they are going to continue to dig into the suspect's background and that we can expect more search warrants in the coming days.
There should be a copy of the charge in front of you. You want to stand after? Yes, sir.
Wearing a paper gown and mask, 18-year-old Peyton Gendron was arraigned over the weekend for the shooting deaths of at least 10 people at a top supermarket in a predominantly black community.
We continue to investigate this case as a hate crime, a federal hate crime, and as a crime perpetrated by a racially motivated violent extremist.
Gendron has been charged with first-degree murder and is likely to face federal hate crime and domestic terror charges. Investigators say he plotted the attack over several months, allegedly posting a 180-page manifesto online. He described himself as a white supremacist and anti-Semite and referred to the racist idea known as replacement theory, the notion that white Americans are at risk of being replaced by people of color.
This is a very urgent threat. In fact, we're seeing the FBI and law enforcement move resources away from, say, ISIS and al-Qaeda cases onto white supremacy cases.
Extremist experts say that he is part of an alarming spike in white supremacist and domestic terrorist activities online.
There's a sense of community online that eggs them on, that encourages them to do this. And they use what they learn online to go onto the physical world and kill people.
New York State officials say that Gendron had threatened a shooting at his high school last year.
The individual was brought in for a mental health evaluation. He was evaluated and then he was released.
The suspect was never flagged as an extreme risk under the state's red flag law that could have prevented him from purchasing a gun. Under New York's red flag law, according to that law, certain individuals, whether it's family members or law enforcement, if they believe that someone is a threat to the community, they can go petition a judge to issue what's called an extreme risk protection order. But our sources are telling us that did not happen in this case. Currently, the suspect is being held in the Erie County Jail. He is expected in court again on Thursday. Anne-Marie, Nikki.
Jeff, you mentioned the red flag law. Could members of the suspect's family, the state police, or even school employees be considered liable in this shooting?
You know what, that's a good question. And Nikki, whenever you see situations like this, as tragic as they are, you're going to have people in the community calling for action, not only against an alleged suspect, but also against people who have come in contact with him, perhaps lived with him, perhaps went to school with him. Did they know anything that could have changed the outcome here? And so you're hearing those calls once again. But the fact of the matter is, based on previous mass shootings that we've seen, in fact, there was one in Oxford, Michigan late last year. And after that incident, there were people in the community calling for action against school officials who'd had run-ins with that suspect. And so in this case, you're going to see the same thing. But when we look at the past, according to the legal experts that we've seen handle these cases or connected to these cases, it's always a steep climb. In a lot of ways, it's unprecedented for school officials in cases like these to be held liable.
Well, you know, we saw that case in Rochester with the parents now that are facing charges because of that school shooting there. Let me ask you about this. So we know that this crime is being investigated as a hate crime, but he hasn't been charged in that way. How long does it take to investigate this sort of thing? And when can we expect him to face charges on that?
Well, I wouldn't expect those charges to come anytime soon. I've talked to law enforcement sources who they basically told me that They're still looking into it. The fact of the matter is, this suspect is in custody. He's not cooperating with investigators. I should add that. I've been told that he asked for an attorney soon after he was brought downtown on Saturday away from that scene. And so he's not talking to investigators, but the investigators that I've spoken with who are working on this case, they describe him as someone who is evil, and they had some other choice words that I can't repeat here. And so the investigation is going to continue. We know the Department of Justice is investigating this as a hate crime case. Those charges are expected to come at some point. I wouldn't expect those charges today, might not come even this week. But we are expecting those kinds of charges just based on the evidence that is out there in the public domain. So investigators, in terms of federal charges, federal hate crime charges, they have a pretty strong case right now.
If he's not cooperating, hopefully at least his parents will cooperate with investigators. Jeff, thank you.